Vincent, hi. Good morning.
Hi, Michael. How are you?
Yeah, I'm well. I'm glad we've managed to connect. It's it's Tuesday. I think we spoke last on Friday. I'm glad we're getting into a cycle, into a routine. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I've had some good times and sort of some down times in that period, but you've caught me on a good cycle.
Right.
Yeah. I over the weekend I decided to invest in some Lycra because I wanted to ride a bike. To do it a bit more in a professional way. So I sort of went and tried on the Lycra and I found it very uncomfortable. And I wasn't sure, it's to do with body image and stuff like that, which, I understand, but it was such a weird feeling. And I was overwhelmed by it. And I was overwhelmed when I saw myself in the mirror. It was shocking. But anyway, I've dealt with that. I've dealt with that cycle. And, I just thought I'd share that with you.
I'm glad you said you've dealt with it, but let's come back to it. Because there's a thing that I've learned about, which at our age, in fact, there's two things. One is called bodily dysmorphia, which we'll come back to. But what I wanted to ask you about
Yes.
You said you tried on the Lycra and it felt nice.
Well, it did for a minute. It felt sort of nice on the skin because it's sort of like a weird texture.
No, it is. It's lovely.
Yes. Sort of gooey, like sort of wearing a balloon.
It is. And
I felt, yeah.
And thing with cycling and a lot of, coming back, circling back to an earlier discussion, us blokes, a lot of us blokes take up cycling in our latter years.
Yes.
And, and there's we're known, or those of us that do this. I'm not one of them, but I refer to them as them. And the whole them thing is actually quite. Often people say, they say.
Yes.
And I've always been curious about this. Maybe who are they?
Yes, it's like I always feel like it's plural.
Well, but yeah, exactly. So it's always they, but who are they? And because I've never heard them saying it, but people say, "Hey, they say," and I'm like, "Well, I don't know." But the thing with the cycling, what I think what you were trying to do, and if I may,
yes.
I think what you were trying to do in a sort of subconscious way, maybe.
Yes.
By the way, we've just jumped straight into it and we haven't done...
Yeah, I feel like I have to share that with you. Yeah.
But you are on the couch, you're prone.
Yes.
Everything, and you haven't harmed or self-harmed apart from...
No.
That's all fine. Okay, good. All right, so... But there's a thing with and how old are you?
I'm in my early 50s.
I see. Yes. So there's a thing called Mamil.
Mamil.
Mamil. That's right. It's an acronym. But it stands for, middle-aged men in lycra.
Oh, right. Oh, Mamil. Yes. Yeah. Well,
and it's never attractive. So what you saw is exactly. But
it was more the look of pain in my eyes that was disconcerting. I sort of looked, and
that's it.
Yeah.
And that's what brings me to this, body dysmorphia thing is what you're seeing is not what's already there, because your partner, I don't know, but your partner finds you attractive, but you look in the mirror and you go, oh my God, how can my partner possibly put up with this? And you're like, you're in the change room mirror, you just put on all this, funky.
Yes, I know. Well, I wear the shoes as well, and they're like clacky heels on the floorboards, and I'm sort of clacking around.
And you feel like Pinocchio, and your nose, like everything's like going crazy. You get like, and you're Italian, so everything's just, everything's going nuts, right?
It's certainly not bel figura.
No, not bel figura.
It was more. It was very weird. But yeah, look, I have to say she did get annoyed with the whole, because I had a meltdown. She was annoyed at my carry-on because, it's, I don't actually, like, I'm cycling, but it's actually, I don't go out the house when I cycle.
Oh,
it's all inside.
Oh, so you've got a stationary, did you?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
So she's like, why can't you just get up and get on the bike and
go and just go
go through the whole thing.
Does she? Okay, so let me ask you a question. So I assume your partner understands that it's dangerous to go out and cycle, because you could die.
She wants me to. I think she wants me to go out.
Well. Look, I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad you did. She wants you to come out. Is that what you said? No.
No, go out. She wants you to cycle outside.
She wants you to go out. Okay, no, sorry. But you were buying all of this fancy attire. The lycra and looking nice, la bella figura, all that. I'm doing the thing with my fingers and thumbs again because you're Italian. Yeah. In order to get on is it a Peloton? Is that what you've got, or just a?
No. My brother's got a Peloton. I don't. I've just got one of those. I've just got an old one from the gym that I got. That it's kind of.
No, that's right.
It's just an old crappy thing.
And look, and the Peloton thing is overpriced unless you got it during kind of just after COVID when the share price went down. That's when it was a bargain. But anyways, we're digressing. So did you end up buying all this lycra, or did you just discard it and sort of run from the changing room?
Look, I ended up trying on so many variations and so many colours, and I ended up just purchasing, classic black, just very plain, slimming. Because black is slimming.
It is. So are stripes, as long as they're Yes. As long as they're vertical, you definitely.
Well, yeah, I don't want to sort of look like Tumbledy, or we don't want to go down that rabbit hole. So I it was just something that disturbed me. I've dealt with it. I've moved on.
Good.
I felt
Good. And Vincent, you know what's really great, and we'll have to end the session soon, so we'll have to kind of wrap things up. What I'm sensing is, and we'll come back to this obviously, but there's some real resilience, there's some real fortitude. La forza. What is it? La forza. No, that's not in Italian. I'm trying to communicate with you in a way that you'll understand better, or that will kind of get you at the gut, so to speak. Although I shouldn't say that, because you've got body dysmorphia. So I shouldn't. No. But look, my point is, I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic that you are, going out, trying on lycra, maybe feeling uncomfortable. You said you tried other colours, landing on black, but you tried others. I assume some kind of, funky.
Yeah, funky sort of, a lot of branding, Lavazza coffee.
But you decided against it, which is, you're making sensible decisions. You've ended up with black, and you've taken them home, and there you are, and you're exercising, and that's good, because that's healthy. We'll obviously need to come back to this whole experience, but your partner. Well, the way she's treated you over this period. Well, look, I feel like we need to discuss it more, but unfortunately we're out of time.
Okay, well, if I could just say, just as on my part, I feel like our sessions have helped me sort of talk about these issues in an open way, and that's something that I could never do before, because in the past I would be quite secretive about what I would try on. But I'm sort of coming at being more open, and that's something I attribute to our sessions. So thank you for that. I feel like the sessions go really fast, but that's okay. I'm not, if that's how they go, they go. But yeah. Thank you.
Yes, and I appreciate you. You've definitely become less secretive over the time we've spoken.
Yes. Well, I try not to secrete too much. I try to sort of, what's the point of having secrets? What's the point of having secrets, really?
That's right. And this is a very safe environment. But Vincent, thank you. And I will let's speak again real soon.
Thank you, Michael.